In today's global economy, supply chains connect countries, industries, and people across borders. But how do we ensure that these systems remain transparent, ethical, and sustainable? Hi, I am John Alanzalan, a procurement and supply chain professional based in Australia and a Doctor of Communication student at the University of the Philippines Open University. In this video, I will examine a key global communication policy issue, which is limited transparency and communication gaps in global supply chains and how this affects sustainable development. Global supply chains involve multiple stakeholders, including governments, private organizations, and international institutions. As highlighted by Jones and colleagues in 2017, the Sustainable Development Goals, or SDGs, emphasize the importance of communication systems in supporting sustainable and responsible global development. These goals particularly align with SDG 9 on industry and innovation, and SDG 12 on responsible consumption and production. Despite these global frameworks, communication challenges persist in supply chains. These challenges are driven by information asymmetry between stakeholders, lack of standardized communication systems, and limited visibility into supplier practices across countries. As Servaes in 2020 explains, communication enables coordination and accountability in development contexts. When communication is weak, organizations cannot effectively verify supplier compliance. This affects multiple stakeholders. Governments face difficulties enforcing global standards. Organizations lack reliable data for decision-making, and suppliers, particularly in developing countries, are often excluded from global markets. As a result, these communication gaps reduce transparency, weaken accountability, and hinder sustainable supply chain practices. This issue can be understood through the Communication for Development framework, which emphasizes communication as a tool for participation, transparency, and collaboration. It is also reinforced by the Sustainable Development Goals framework, where communication supports inclusive global development. From a systems perspective, the cybernetic tradition highlights communication as a feedback mechanism for monitoring and control. When these systems fail, global supply chains become less coordinated and less transparent. To address this issue, I propose a global communication initiative called the Global Sustainable Supply Chain Communication Initiative, or GSSCCI. This initiative aligns with the SDGs by establishing standardized global communication protocols, shared digital platforms for supplier transparency, and reporting systems for environmental and labor compliance. It also involves collaboration between international organizations such as the United Nations, World Trade Organization, and International Labor Organization. This solution improves communication policy by enhancing transparency across global supply networks, enabling better coordination among stakeholders, and supporting inclusive participation, especially for suppliers in developing economies. It also reduces information gaps and strengthens accountability in global procurement practices. In a globalized world, communication is the foundation of transparency, accountability, and sustainability. By strengthening communication policies in global supply chains, we can create systems that are not only efficient, but also ethical and inclusive.